What's up guys, this is HK here bringing you a review on Attack on Titan chapter 76. Very fast paced, read it very quickly, a bit disappointed with, how quickly it went. But also, kind of happy in terms of how it advanced the story. Three things to, to focus on, at least that's what the chapter did. First part being, with Erwin. Of course, before we get to that, let's start with actually how the chapter started. You had Marlowe and the other new recruits from the military police trying to get the horses out of the way, Levi coming to their rescue, and being a bit annoyed with the weaklings, as he calls them, and hating weaklings. And to be fair, we do get kind of like a shot of all the mini titans and that, and the Survey Corps having trouble defeating these simple smaller titans compared to the larger ones. And we cut to Erwin on the wall just observing all of this, and we get a kind of internal monologue with him and his thoughts on everything that's happened so far. We get a little quick kind of flash to his dad, who I have to say looks very similar to the human form of the Beast Titan, though the Beast Titan looks like a younger dude, so it's obviously not him. But then again, the designs are slightly similar, so I'm curious, because the Beast Titan, man, I have to say, it has to be a character we know, right? Maybe no, maybe he's related to someone we know, but the designs, at least the similarities are kind of there. But obviously, Erwin's dad's dead, or is he? Or we don't know, to be honest. We'll find out, I guess, very soon. But what's interesting about the monologue, or his thoughts really, is how he blames himself for everyone that's pretty much died. And it's a bit weird for his character. There's a bit of a ominous tone with the way he thinks of this, and I'm getting a very bad feeling from the way his character is represented here in this chapter. For one thing, he does point out how he only cares about his own dream. He doesn't care about humanity. And all his preaching and that was just a way to get people on his side so he could fulfill his own dream. And at the end, he does point out that he's gotten this far by standing on top of a mountain of corpses that he's responsible for. And at the end, he's just thinking to himself that even if this fight does go badly, he's still, if he can, he's gonna go to the basement himself and get the answers. So I'm kind of getting a bit weirded out by this and what this means in terms of his character. Could Erwin do something drastic here or not? I don't know, but that's the vibe I'm getting. I mean, he's not going to be able to fight. He's not going to be able to fight at all. He's not going to get involved in this, but he might sneak away, get to the basement and see what's down there. But to be fair, the fight itself and everything that's happening right now is going well, and that's what that's at least mostly in terms of Erwin and his fight with Reina. We cut to that. And yeah, things are going smoothly for Erwin. He's using the new hardening ability that he's developed over a month, and he's now his hands, they harden up like gloves, so he's got little hard parts here. And he's using those to smash through the Armored Titan's protection. And he's doing a very good job of fighting him off. Until Reina gets the upper hand and does a little sneak attack by dropping himself down and grabbing him by the legs and lifting Erwin up and throwing him into the buildings. And then that's when we get the appearance from the other Survey Corps members, led by Hanji and Mikasa, Jean, Connie, Sasha, and I think Armin's there as well. No, Armin's on the other side, I think, coordinating the attacks. But we get these guys come in with the spike things that we were introduced to, and we get an explanation for what they are, and they're called thunder spikes. We get a quick flashback of Hanji, detailing what these things are, the origins, and that they were inventions by the military police that she got from them and used to modify these weapons. And basically she wants to use these to defeat the Armored Titan and Bertrand, I believe. Obviously he hasn't shown up yet, which is very strange. I mean, we know he was there, but now he's not, so what's keeping him? Even Reina says he's having trouble fighting Erwin off by himself. Why is his friend not there to help him? I might have a theory on that, but again, I'm not too sure about that, so I'll discuss that later. For now, we got the characters using these spikes to defeat Reina, and what happens, because Erwin's been beating on him and taking chunks of his armor away, he's a bit defenseless now, and because they're fighting, you know, between street or buildings, it's easier for the, you know, for the other guys to maneuver and jump around and get into position to shoot these spikes into him. And basically what happens is they shoot it into his eyes. You got Mikasa and I think Jean, I think them two coming in and shooting these spikes right into Reina's Titan eyes, and they quickly rip away their cords from the spikes and jump away, and they explode. That's what happens, they explode like lightning, they just explode, and in that instance Reina's blinded, which gives all the other characters an opportunity to attack the back of his nape, if you will, which is hardened up. And they all just start stabbing and launching these spikes into him, jumping away and watching as it explodes. And that creates an opening for them to, you know, jump back in. There's a moment where Connie and Sasha are just like, you know, Sasha's just like kind of crying out Reina's name. You kind of get the impression they don't want to kill him, but that's the objective. You know, the objective is to kill the armored and colossal Titan, and Jean's the one who kind of just brings her forward. You know, he looks at them and shouts at them, going that this is what they're here for, this is their moment, and they have to do what they have to do. And he leads everyone into this final counter-attack with all of them launching these spikes right into Reina's, you know, back of the neck, which is now open for attack. And they all pierce through, and you've got a shot of Reina just, you know, realizing that he's screwed, and you've got the spikes close to his head, inches from his head, from like penetrating him. And yeah, they explode, and you kind of get like an internal explosion from inside the armored Titan, from his head and that. So I guess the chances are high that Reina is dead, or he's going to be blown out of his armored form, injured and dying possibly, though the likelihood is he is dead. Then again, there's a lot for his character to still reveal and talk about, so that, and I honestly think Aaron's going to get the last punch in, so to be fair, I do think he's still alive, but wounded now. As for where the Colossal Titan is, I don't know, I'm wondering whether maybe he ran off. Maybe during this entire fight, he escaped, and he's gone back to, you know, the main capital of the city, and to get Annie out, maybe? I don't know, I mean, the Beast Titan did beat him up and tell him that, you know, they have to do this instead. But you never know, Bertrand. His feelings might have gotten the better of him, and he might have dashed off, because we haven't seen him at all. As for the Beast Titan, you know, he's just still standing there doing his thing. Like I said, the main focus of this chapter really was the fight with Reina and using the Thunder Spikes. And that's pretty much been done now. I have no idea what the next chapter's going to do. I imagine we're going to get Reina's defeat, and then we're going to focus on the Armored Titan, and maybe the Colossal Titan coming into the picture, but at this point, I can't really say for sure. I'm having a hard time grasping what volume we're on. I think we're on volume 18 so far, which is surprising because this is like 6 chapters in. Then, you know, usually it's 4 chapters per volume, but this will be 6 chapters per volume. I don't think that's the case. I think we're meant to be on volume 19, but you know, there isn't an official confirmation yet, so I'm gonna have to wait for that to come out. But you know, if it is 4 chapters per volume like it usually is, then technically this will be the halfway point of volume 19. And remember, the, you know, what's his name? Hanjiman or Isayami did say that he wants to do a total of 25 volumes, so we're kind of getting close there now. So this fight does need to end, and it, you know, it does seem like it has ended. This was a quick fight, so I'm happy about that. It's kind of moving on to the next phase. So it'll be interesting to see how all of this ends. I am very, very curious and worried about what Erwin's going to do. I'm not liking the thoughts that he had, so I'm very suspicious of him at this point. But yeah, overall decent chapter on Attack on Titan, and knowing that we have to wait another month to see what happens. I'm curious to see now up to what point season 2 of the anime is going to adapt to, because it feels like this part of the arc could end very soon in 2 or 3, 4 maybe chapters, 2 volumes. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see that. Anyway, guys, I hope you like that. Oh, my hand's getting heated up here. Anyway, like, subscribe, whatever. I shall see you when I shall see you. Take care and bye.